In this video, we're going to looking at every single Josh Allen interception and highlighting which one of those were his fault. And this is the first one. I've seen some defense for that one because it was only an arm punt, and people were then blaming the Jets defense for allowing Brees Hall to run for 83 yards. But that falls squarely on Josh Allen. They could have gotten an easy first down. In that play, as you can see, if he ran, and it was only 38, it wasn't like an unreasonable distance to get by running for the first down. He could have ran for the first down and then and then um, and then kept the drive alive. Instead, he basically arm punted the ball to the Jets because he overthrew his receiver by a lot. Yes, I get that. In the end of the day, if this pass is completed, the Bills are in a goal to go situation. But you don't do that. You don't, when you're at your own 20, you don't just overthrow the ball like that unless you have a receiver who's wide open in that area. And I'd say that you shouldn't call any shots that are any like end zone type of shots until you're at least past your opponent's 50-yard line because of the high risk of an interception. Um, I'd say that um, when you that yes, you do have these 90-yard passes all the time, but in most cases, the throw is only about 20 or 30 yards, and then they're running. Because you saw what happened there. That was a bad throw. Josh Allen could have easily have ran for the first down using his feet, and he instead chose to throw it, and he overthrew it badly. So that's solely on Allen. That one isn't as much on Josh Allen. Um, but you also can't make the arm punt excuse. On the first one, it was 3rd and 8. So if you watch this clip again, and the Jets game was a really bad game. Josh Allen cost his team the game with this one, and with this game, with this Week 1 Jets game, you can make that excuse more than you can make from most other games. Because in most games, yes, there are other things in this game, like the defense did a pretty good job. Josh Allen just kept turning the ball over. But you could look like that, like this throw isn't as bad, but he could have. But again, he there were multiple Jets defenders. He threw it directly into double coverage, and and you can't even make the arm punt excuse on this one because it was 2nd down. 3rd down, yes, you can make the arm punt excuse because if the pass would fall incomplete, you're punting it back to the Jets anyway. Even though I would personally say that he could have easily have ran for the first down instead of overthrowing it by that much. In this case, he overthrew it, and he overthrew it on 2nd down. So it's not so you can't even make the arm punt excuse because they didn't even live to see 3rd down. Oh, and was just unexcusable. 3rd down, he badly underthrew his receiver on that one, and Josh Allen would also go on to lose a fumble in this game. That was a bit of a bad decision, but I can't. I will say that's you can't blame Josh Allen too much on because it was 3rd and 20. Picking up the first down was incredibly unlikely, and they weren't even in field goal range. So it's not like you could make the excuse saying that if you don't get it, you could at least kick the field goal. And when you look at the route that you see, again, there wasn't really any good option. And again, that I really can't blame too much on Josh Allen either. That was like actual good defense. I mean, it was a 3rd and 15 arm punt. I disagree with the idea of arm punting in general, but but in that case, you weren't getting anyone open, you weren't in field goal range, and and that probably should have been caught, but that was great defense. Now that's a deflection. Every single time we have a deflection, we're going to slow it down significantly. And the reason why we're going to slow it down is because we want to see who does it deflect off of, an offensive player or a defensive player. If it deflects off a defender, yes, it is in general the quarterback's fault. Um, if it deflects off of an offensive player, then it's obviously the receiver's fault, and they should be charged with the interception. But if it's off a defender, it's still usually I'm still usually going to blame the quarterback on that one. Look, in this case, yeah, that was a. I don't know if that was overthrown, underthrown, who he was aiming to on that one, but that bounced directly off of a Giants defender, and it seemed like he was throwing it to no one but Giants players. I mean, like in this one. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was relative that was pretty underthrown. That was getting intercepted, and that was the first play that the but Bills hit the ball. Oh, another deflection. Time for the slow down. Yeah, no idea what the fuck that was. Like Josh Allen really threw it like under pressure. He threw it under pressure, and I mean he didn't get sacked, but it literally like hit the Buccaneers defender. He literally threw it in their face. That was probably the worst interception of them all because you have to hold on to the ball there, and if you have to, take the sack because a sack is bad, but it's not as bad as an interception. And again, looking at this, that was a bad decision because you had a wide open receiver, and yes, they couldn't have gotten the first down, but you have 4 downs to do it. You could have tried and at least made it second and close, and instead you chose to throw it into right in the vicinity of a Bengals defender. Let's look at this one. That I can't blame on Josh Allen. And I'll tell you, and again, the reason why I can blame the other two on Allen was because those bounced off of defenders who were trying to intercept the ball and couldn't, and tipping the ball makes it easier. In this case, it was tipped by an offensive player. That was on the receiver. He should have caught that ball. Okay, that was good defense. That was like good defense. Allen, that defender like jumped. That was actually good defense. Not sure how much I could blame that. That's probably like the fourth interception from Josh Allen so far. The third interception by Josh Allen so far that I'm not like actually blaming on him. Or the third or fourth, somewhere around there. So that was actually a case of idiotic coaching. That was like an official Jaguar game 9 did four dumb decisions on Sean McDermott, and this nearly made a fifth. We saw obviously in the Jets Dolphins game how insane that end of the first half was. With 58 seconds left, down 10-0, the Jets got a pick six on the Dolphins and made it 10-6. Now, the Jets intercepted the Dolphins again within a minute, but that was actually bad for the Jets because trying a Hail Mary from their own 49-yard line, Tim Boyle couldn't reach the end zone, and the pass resulted in a pick six for the Dolphins, making it 17-6. Now, in this case, the Jets almost got a Hail Mary, but the Bills were able to actually stop them about 30 yards short. I don't know why you try a Hail Mary at your own 42-yard line. At that point, you just take it into the half, especially with a lead. Now, if the Bills were trailing, I'd say, yes, try a Hail Mary. But if you're leading by 10, why would you ever risk it turning into a 16-13 ball game, which is what nearly happened. They almost, the Jets almost got this to go. They just, and Allen couldn't reach the end zone on this play. Like, Allen couldn't reach the end zone. He threw from his own 42-yard line. He was not in Hail Mary range. So again, Josh Allen, that one falls on him. Oh no, that doesn't fall on him. That one falls on Sean McDermott. Is what I meant to say. That was Sean McDermott poor coaching. Okay, that's a sixth interception. I'm not going to blame on Josh Allen because that was actually good defense by Bradbury. Even though Bradbury didn't do good defense all year. But, I mean, like everyone blames him for the Seahawks game, and for the Seahawks game, I'm probably going to blame Hurts more than Bradbury because if Hurts had actually played well, the Eagles would have never been in a position where they actually would have needed to have even worried about it. Um, you know, like like Jalen Hurts played bad that game, but still, Bradbury was not good. Doesn't excuse Jalen Hurts though. We'll look more into that later. I don't know what that was. Maybe Josh Allen was just trying to throw it away. I don't know why he'd do that on 3rd and 4, considering if you don't get it, you have to punt. And can't make the arm punt excuse on that one because of where it was picked off near midfield. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what he was trying to do there. I mean, like, I get it. You don't want to take the sack there because if you take the sack, you have to punt. But he just threw it, like, directly into a Chiefs defender. I don't know what he was thinking. That was badly underthrown too, and I really don't think Diggs was getting that with the Chargers defender. And Allen should have seen that and not immediately went to Diggs. Can't make the home punt excuse because it's 2nd and 7. And if that was a real punt, that would be a bad one. That was badly overthrown, and again, like practically a first down arm punt at that point. You don't always need to go deep, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, how much did you underthrow that ball? Like you threw it, you underthrew it, you threw it too far to the left. The best case scenario on that was an incompletion. You were not getting that to go. Okay, the 4th and 2 play is mixed. On the one hand, yes, if you get sacked or the pass falls incomplete, then the Dolphins get the ball at that point. Um, so on the one hand, I do get it. I do get the idea that you want to do it. I have two problems with this though. I have two problems with this. One of which falls on Sean McDermott. You at the 37-yard line, the scoreless game. You line up for the field goal. You line up for the field goal because you can try to get points on the board if you if you and take the lead. Again, field goals. I have mixed opinions on them as to how useful or not they are, depending on the situation. In this case, you take the points. In this case, you take the points. You at the Miami 37-yard line. It's a 55-yard field goal, and anyone who can't make 55-yard field goals really should be cut in the NFL. Like, if you can't make it from 55, you should not be a kicker on the roster at that point. Now, looking at the throw itself, he was trying to avoid a sack. Um, I mean, that was. Like that was overthrown. I really, I blame both Allen and McDermott on that one. They should have tried a field goal. So, like, I guess 6 of them like weren't his fault, but most of them were.